Hi and welcome to Rear Facing Toddlers. In recent years there have been quite a few new car seats that have a 125 centimetre height limit, and some of them go up to as high as 36 kilos in weight. Now 36 kilos is an average 11-year-old, so a child is never going to grow out of these car seats by weight. They will always reach the 1.25 metre height limit first. And to see the differences in heights between these seats, I've come to my friend Alanre's house. Now Alanre is 5, nearly 6. He's about 3 months away from 6, so 5 3/4. I'm going to measure him in a minute just to get it really accurate, but the last time I measured him, he was 1.20 meters. Now these seats, as I said, go up to 1.25, so he is just below the height limit, so I thought he was the perfect model to show you the difference in the back heights. The seats that I have brought with me today to take these measurements of are, to start with, the Britax-Römer M, then the BeSafe Stretch, the Axkid One 2, the Axkid Move Kit, the Axkid Mini Kid 4, and the Britax Max-Safe Pro. I've also got the Avionaut Sky and the Axkid Mini Kid 2. These seats only go up to 25 kilos, so they are slightly different from all the others, but I thought I'd bring them along anyway, just to see how they compare in height. So I've just stood Alanre against the wall and I'm going to measure him just to see exactly how tall he is. So Alanre, stand nice and straight for me. I'm going to put my hand here, and you can walk away now. You can walk away, just step away in a ring. Can you put your finger where mine is? Hold your finger there. This is his big brother helping. Hold your finger there, and now we're going to measure from here. Put your finger on the tape measure and hold it really tight for me. Push it really hard, and I'm going to go all the way down to the floor and see how tall your brother is. And he is 1.25 exactly. Actually 1.26, but I'm taking 1 centimetre off for the Crocs. So yeah, he's exactly at the limit of these seats. Now, before I say anything else, I do just want to say I am not going to install any of these car seats in the car properly, so you won't see the seatbelt done up. I won't have tethered it or anything like that, just because he's going to have to sit in about 8 car seats and he's going to get bored. So I want to do this as quickly as possible. So the first seat that I have put him in is the Britax-Römer Safe-Way M. I've got the headrest 1 click down from the highest position, so there is potentially still 1 click of growing room left for him. So this is a seat that has to be installed without a legroom gap, so this doesn't give the child the most amount of legroom. The others all do have a little bit more. So I'm now just going to measure the back height of this car seat with the headrest as high as it can go. I'm lifting the fabric out of the way just to get an accurate measurement as close as possible. The strap holes are slightly slanted, so I'm going to take the measurement from the highest point where it slants up down to where the backrest and the seat meet at the bottom. That can be a little bit tricky to do. I wouldn't say it's an exact science, but I'll get as close as I can. So starting here, go straight down, and that then ends up being 42 centimeters. So this one's got 42 centimeters of back height, and I'll measure all of them so that we can compare them all at the end. And this is the BeSafe Stretch, and this one exactly the same as the last one. The headrest is 1 notch below the highest position, so it's about the same back height as the Safe-Way M. So I've now decided it's probably easier if I don't get down on the floor to measure all these car seats. I'm just going to leave them in the car. So on the Stretch, the harness hole is just there, 0 centimeters all the way down to 42.5 on this one. This is the Britax-Römer Max-Safe Pro, and this car seat is exactly the same as the Safe-Way M, so I'm not going to do all those measurements again because the harness height is exactly the same, but I just wanted to show the legroom spacer, which sits down here. This comes with this car seat and gives 8 centimeters more legroom. If you would like one for the Safe-Way M, it's available to buy separately. And this is the Axkid One 2, and again on this one the headrest is 1 notch away from the highest setting, so all these car seats are coming up quite similar. Obviously this one, with it being ISOFIX, the weight limit is a lot lower at just 23 kilos, whereas the belt fitted ones mostly go up to 36. So what do you think of this one, Alanre? What do you think? Is this comfy? Which car seat do you like the best so far? This one, why? You're not sure? All right, you have a think about it. I'll ask you again later, okay? Cool. So again, I've put it in the highest position to take the back length measurement, and it's very easy here to see the holes. They're very nice and clear. And down at the bottom, there's a line stitched, and I've felt it, and actually that line is a little bit higher than the base of the backrest. So I'm going to go down a little bit lower in that dip. So starting from the bottom of the harness hole down to here, is actually coming up as 38 centimeters. So this one's quite a bit shorter, which is quite surprising actually, because when Olanre sat in it, it looked to be exactly the same as the other two. So sometimes it can be a bit deceptive. So this is the Axkid Mini Kid 4, and this one's a little bit different. It doesn't have set height settings. This one has a headrest that comes down when you pull the adjuster strap. So I'm just going to focus on what happens to the headrest when I pull the strap tight and see how far it comes down. So I'm going to pull it gently and make it come all the way down to his shoulders. So there was quite a bit of movement in there still. So this one looks like it might have more growing room than the other seats. I've now let the headrest go all the way back up to its highest position, and you can see here there's quite a big gap there between his shoulder and the bottom of the headrest. So this one is the winner so far. What do you think, Olanre? Good? So I've put the tape measure on this one, and the back height on this one is actually 44 centimeters. So I'm just going to zoom in on it a little bit. So you see where it's 0 at the top, go all the way down, and where my finger is, it's again below that line, because that line isn't quite where the backrest and the bottom meet, but that's 44 centimeters. And this is the Axkid Move Kit, which is very similar to the Mini Kid 4 in terms of shell and headrest and everything else. It's just that it doesn't have the automatic adjustment mechanism. So it'll be interesting to see how this one measures up against that one. So Olanre, do you want to jump in for me? So as you can see here, the headrest is considerably higher than his shoulders, so this will need to come down. Sit back for me, Olanre, put your head down. So now the straps are level with his shoulders. Just going to fasten the buckle. Okay, there you go. So, what do you think of this one?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? Is it comfy? Yes, which one do you like best so far? Do you remember? Do you like this one? Or the last one?
The last one.
Why was that then? You're not sure, are you? I think they're all really good. Should we just say they're all brilliant? Yeah, I think so. Cool. Right, let's get you out of this one. So this is the position that the headrest was in when I've just taken Olanre out. I'm now going to take the headrest up all the way as far as it can go, just to see how much more height there is. And that's actually quite a bit. So I'm now going to do my measurement. So again, I've placed my tape measure with a 0 at the bottom edge of the harness hole, and then when you go all the way down to my left hand index finger where I'm pressing where the seat meets the back, it's again 44. So I think we've got two clear winners. The Axkid Mini Kid 4 and Move Kit both have 44 centimeters of back height. Now it is important to realise that Olanre is already at the height limit of these car seats, 1.25 meters. So although he could physically fit in it for longer, because he does have growing room, he's not allowed to, because the regulation limit is 1.25 meters, which he now is. But where this extra back height does come in is for children whose torso is longer than their legs. Not everybody is the same proportion, and the 1.25 meters is the overall height of the child. But some children might have a slightly bigger head, some children might have longer legs, others are longer in the body, and it's that torso height that can sometimes let other seats down. If the harness height is short and the child's torso is long, they may actually grow out of those seats before they measure 1.25 meters. But with the Axkid Mini Kid 4 and the Move Kid, that's not going to happen because the back height is very, very high. And this is the Avionaut Sky. This seat goes up to 25 kilos and also has a 1.25 meters height limit. But I have just measured the backrest, and again, from exactly the same point as all of the others, this one only comes up as 35 centimeters. I'm going to put Olanre in it to show you what a 1.25 meters child looks like in this seat, but I don't expect him to fit well. So here he is, 1.25 meters tall in the Avionaut Sky. I have managed to get him in and just about squeeze his shoulders under the headrest, but it is a squeeze. Is it comfortable, Olanre?
No.
No? Are you a little bit too big for this one? Should we get you out?
Yeah.
All right then. And this is the older Axkid Mini Kid 2, which is an R44 regulation seat. And under that regulation, car seats only have weight limits, no height limits. So as long as the child weighs less than 25 kilos, they can fit in it by height for as long as they fit, even if they are higher than 1.25 meters. So he fits quite well in this one still. I've pulled the headrest down a little bit. It's got the same mechanism as the Mini Kid 4, so it adjusts automatically. And if I just put my hand in here, the headrest is still just above the shoulder after pulling it down. So I'm now just going to loosen the harness, and that will make the headrest rise up, and then you can see how much room there still is in this one. So it goes up a little bit. And I'm now going to do the back measurement so we can see how it compares to the other one. So I've just done a measurement of this one with the headrest in its highest position, and it comes up at between 39 and 40. It's not really easy to measure because how soft the bottom is, but roughly thereabouts. So it's a little bit lower in height than the Mini Kid 4 and the Move Kit, but because this seat doesn't have a set height limit, you don't have to stop using it at 125. So a child with a shorter torso may well fit for longer, whereas a child with a longer torso could outgrow it sooner. These are my measurements of the back heights of all 8 of these car seats, taken with the headrest in its highest position and then from the bottom edge of the harness slot going all the way down the backrest to where the back meets the seat cushion. I do just want to say that it is never 100% accurate to measure a car seat like this because the fabrics are quite soft and some are more padded than others, so they have a little bit more of a squidge, and also where the back and the seat meet isn't a straight line. There tends to be a bit of a curve down there, so deciding where the point is where it changes from back to seat may not be the same for everybody, but these are the measurements that I have come up with, and I measured them all in the same way. So these 2 car seats are the ones that have got the most back height out of all of the seats that have the 1.25 m and 36 kilo limits. This is the Axkid Move Kit, this is the Axkid Mini Kid 4. I just want to stress one more time, as I said at the beginning, a child may well fit these seats by height for longer, but the regulation limit is 125. So as soon as they reach that height, they have to stop using the seat because that's when it's outgrown. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and if you like what you saw, you can buy me a coffee. The link is in the description box, and I'll see you next time.